Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Utah Jazz. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the writing was on the wall for the end of the grit and grind era in Memphis. So Mike Conley, the Grizzlies' all-time leader in points, assists, three-pointers, and games played, knew it was time for him to part ways with the organization. In joining Utah, Conley is on a team with a chance to once again compete deep into the playoffs. And Kevin, he's a significant upgrade for the Jazz.
You're right, DA. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. Well, we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Gobert.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Davis is out there with Gobert, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, Wiggins and Covington are the forward pair. Culver out there with Napier, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Now, here's Napier, covered by Conley. Napier feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wiggins. The rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, a lot of ups and downs. You know, there's a different little ebb and flow to that one. And I think they just seem to fade down the stretch.
Now, here's Napier. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Inside, here's Culver. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally. 3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for. Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Conley with the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Napier passes to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, a case where he dominates in close, but Wiggins so versatile on offense.
And it's Utah's ball. Outside Conley. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Trying to get open is Davis. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Wiggins, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered. Donovan Mitchell able to play with both power but also finesse. He's got long arms, big hands. He can do so much on a basketball court.
The Jazz shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And before every game, you see Mitchell working on those skill finishes.
You have to be able to elevate off 1 foot in traffic, something he could not do in college. Now you think about what this guy uses in his toolbox. Floaters, scoop shots, wrong-footed quick releases, and he's absolutely fearless attacking the rim.
About this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Wow. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. 4-point game, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. Mitchell right side. Shoots over Culver.
And this coaching staff appreciates the effort from Culver. The defense is about anticipation and hustle. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Towns, no luck. Jazz have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And there's the pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Culver. Davis kicks to Gobert. Bogdanovich with it. No points in the game yet for him. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Utah trailing here. Here's Mitchell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one after the win against Phoenix.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Bogdanovich against Wiggins. Bogdanovich dishes to Davis. Back to Bogdanovich. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Wiggins. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Boy, for all the talent Andrew Wiggins brings to the table, you wonder what his assessment of the 2018-19 season is. Obviously, he took a step back in terms of his production, and I think that had a lot to do with his lack of consistency with his shot. He's got a ton of talent. Let's see where it takes him.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And with Wiggins, Doris, and his struggles last year, he seemed to be relying more on his outside shot.
You wonder if Wiggins feels the pressure of an NBA that now so heavily emphasizes that three-point shooting. But his strength, to me, is putting the ball on the deck, attacking the rim, and relentlessly going at defenders. He's got to get back to that.
Here is Conley, following the bucket by the Timberwolves.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends. And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And he can't hit the second.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
And it's Napier missing. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Minnesota leading by 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wiggins.
Clarkson using his combination of size and speed to affect the shot. That's really good defense.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Napier following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Napier passes to Covington over Davis. Covington with the bucket.
Robert Covington being opportunistic in the mid-range. Go to work, young Co.
Outside Conley. Davis looking for an opening. Over in the corner, Conley. Just 5 on the clock. Over Napier. They grab their own miss. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length. They factor on the glass right now.
Minnesota in the lead. Napier dishes to Towns. Wiggins against Clarkson. Now here's Wiggins. Defense right on him. Good on the 13-footer. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game.
Well, being assertive. Wiggins right now calling his own number off the pick and roll action.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day by day, question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Jazz trail by 3. Pass to Clarkson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Crabs checked in. And both free throws good for Clarkson. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And they pick up 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll, and Allen Crabbe's showing he's got the ability and the handle.
And here's Moutier. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Passes it to Clarkson. And here's Ingles outside. That one's not going to go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. There's Crabbe with the three. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Here's Layman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Okogie misses. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it goes down 2 points.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
So it's Minnesota now after the basket by Utah. Bounce pass, Crabbe. Zhang, the pass to Okogie. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, Gorgui Zhang, as a big man, is an excellent passer. That's a pretty look.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Here's Clarkson. And the rejection by Towns. Bradley finds Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Tries again. Gobert trying to get open. Ingles can't get it to go. And now the Timberwolves on the break. From 13. Crabbe, no good. Jazz trail by 3. Ingles with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Minnesota's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. There's Crabbe with the 3. Utah with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, frankly, Greg, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 1:40 left here in the first quarter. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That is his first foul of the game. Bell is checked in for the Timberwolves. And Utah also making a switch. Williams-Goss is checked in. .133 left in the first quarter. Okogie inside the three-point line. Here's Bell. Gobert with the block.
This is Gobert's specialty. Twice on the pipes from the stifled tower.
Clarkson passes to Moutier. Got a piece of it. Here's Crabbe. Pass to Okogie. Here's Layman. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. Moutier with the rebound. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. They trail by 1. And that one's good. Williams-Goss.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
The Timberwolves shooting just about an even 40% to start. And Zhang kicks to Layman. Back to Zhang. The pass to Bell. Here's Layman. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Utah shooting just 35% to start the game. Pass to Williams-Goss. Clarkson with the ball. Now Moutier, he gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Crabbe from long range. That one misses. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Jazz out in front. They're up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone in the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Williams-Goss in at the shooting guard. Here's Okogie. Over Mudiay. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And Utah right now, they've come out the gate strong. They have a roster that can continue to improve. So reasons for optimism abound here with this team.
The Timberwolves trail. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Bradley finds Bogdanovich. Back to Bradley. Over Crabbe. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist from Bogdanovich. And the Jazz lead by 3. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Okogie, defended by Mudiay. Passes it to Bell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
Well, you love the assertive attitude with which Jordan Bell plays, understanding how to draw contact.
That free throw, no good. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of a do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Robert Covington's checked in for Lehman. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Alan Crabbe. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Josh Okogie. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Minnesota making a switch here. Culver's checked in. Jazz leading by 3. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. to the right side. It's deflected. Culver with the steal. Here's the break. Wiggins with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And it's Wiggins missing. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Conley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I'll tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
And Conley drops them both. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
Here's Conley, following the score by Jarrett Culver. Covington against Conley. Here's Davis. 5 on the clock. Over Bell. And it's Davis missing.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Pass to Culver. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Stolen. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Here's Williams-Goss. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Culver. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Free throw drops for Culver. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Bogdanovich, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Wiggins against Mitchell. Here's Culver, drills it from outside. Culver's got 13.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
Now here's Conley. He has 5. On the wing, Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Culver with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. Stolen by Conley. Williams-Goss, the pass to Bogdanovich. The putback, Davis on the follow. Davis has got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now here's Napier, covered by Conley. A floater, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Timberwolves made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Free throw drops for Napier. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Now, here's Culver. 13 points in the game. Right side, Covington. Kicks it to Culver. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Conley dishes to Ingles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And one of those blue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles, he's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Andrew Wiggins.
Mr. Covington known for his defensive prowess, but that's a pretty look right there.
And here is Conley. He's got 5. On the wing, Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now, here's Culver. He's tightly guarded, and it's Towns missing.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Let's remember that Donovan Mitchell's first love was baseball. His father played in the minors, coached in the majors. Donovan himself was a star player in high school. It wasn't until he broke his wrist that he decided to dedicate himself to the game of basketball.
The Jazz have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Doris, you mentioned baseball where he played pitcher and shortstop. But Mitchell doing just fine, I think, in basketball.
No doubt, Kevin. He's come a long way since high school because back then he was a power dunker and defender. But his transformation into an elite offensive player in the NBA, this is just a credit to this young man's work ethic.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
Now, here's Culver. 13 points in the game. Here's Wiggins. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside Conley. There's the pass to Gobert. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Unloads from 9. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Now here's Culver, the fast break chance. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
Well, Donovan Mitchell welcomes the opportunity to draw contact and either get to the free throw line or make the shot.
No good on the free throw.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Jang, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Jake Layman subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Now, here's Culver. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. 6 to shoot. Towns, the pass to Culver. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Wiggins. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles.
Okogie's checked in for Wiggins. He doesn't get the second one.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
The first one falls.
And one of the worst kept secrets of last season, the Jazz looking for an upgrade in their backcourt to pair with Donovan Mitchell.
Well, there's no question, Greg. That was a poorly kept secret indeed. They felt the Grizzlies leaked their trade talks from Mike Conley, going so far as to call it unethical. Consequently, the guard spot was the big focus for them this summer.
Now here's Moutier. Clarkson. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Clarkson's got his third basket of the night right there. Timberwolves trail by 10. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Layman, and here's Towns. Another shot, and the layup is good. Towns has got 7 points.
Fact of the matter is, Karl Anthony Towns could be a menace on the glass. Good luck with this guy.
Clarkson on the wing. And Utah again with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
1:56 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Culver. He can't get that one to fall. The Jazz go the other way with it. Mitchell outside. Offline with his 3. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Culver.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Now here's Moutier. Passes it to Clarkson. Down low. Intercepted. Pass to Layman. Goes up on the wing. The kick out to Towns. Nice. 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, this is just another weapon that Cat has at his disposal. A 7-footer with a sweet jumper off the pass. How do you guard Karl Anthony Towns anyway?
Now here's Moutier. Mitchell left side. Ingles trying to get open. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Okogie misses.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. 26 seconds left in the first half. Poked loose. Jang dishes to Culver. The pass to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the bucket. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
And we finished one half of basketball. Jazz lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too that missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, few players have ever burst on the scene the way Donovan Mitchell did. Dominated as a rookie, he continued to build out his game, very aggressive in the first half.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, Jarrett Culver has really been making it happen, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. And it's Napier in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders. Now here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
This is Mitchell at his absolute best. Driving, attacking, putting all the pressure on the defense.
Timberwolves trail by 10.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Napier. Outside, Towns. About 1 minute played here in the second half. It's not going to go for him.
Well, an 0 for 3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovic. Jacks up a 3, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. A 12-point game. Here's Napier. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Towns wide open. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Mitchell. Culver with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Timberwolves. Utah shooting 43% from the field. Mitchell looking it over. Outside Bogdanovic. Pass to Davis. Back to Bogdanovic. Up and in on the layup. Bogdanovic has got his first bucket of the night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Tipped away and stolen by Bogdanovic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Staying confident down low, being physical with the defense, and gets rewarded with a trip to the foul line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
And the first one drops.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
Both shots good from the stripe. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovic said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Now, here's Culver. Covered by Mitchell. Wiggins passes to Napier. Clock at 6. Over Conley. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Napier's got 4 points now in the quarter. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Conley. Napier covering. A floater. Second chance shot. Out to Conley. Passes it to Davis. Another miss by Utah.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Culver's shot is off. Jazz leading by 10. Here's Conley. Banked in off the glass. Conley's got 7.
Well, you like how aggressive he is, making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Here's Napier. Michael Conley making his last shot. Now Napier. He has 5. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Bogdanovich. Wiggins with the block.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
Mitchell finds Conley. Goes back up. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. And as talented as Andrew Wiggins is, there are games, Doris, when he can fade into the background, when his team needs him the most.
Yes, and the questions become, is he passive? Is he disengaged on the offensive end? And that, I think, can be frustrating because people around the league will tell you that this young man is as talented and as skilled as any player in the league. It's really, for Andrew Wiggins, about finding a measure of consistency.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Jordan Bell comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Alan Crabb in for Culver. Then for the Jazz, Bradley's checked in for Davis. And Williams-Goss subbed in for Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, when everything is working for Karl Anthony Towns, he can put up absolutely staggering numbers. What a performance here.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. To the left wing. Gobert against Towns. Here's Williams-Goss. They get the rebound. Here's Bradley. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can.
Crabb, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you. And you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. Now, here's Napier. Covered by Conley. Second shot opportunity. And Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 17.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns. Just a terrific job to take the hit.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Out to the wing. Fires from the corner. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert. Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Jazz leading by 9. Now here is Conley. He has 7. Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. No good on the shot. And Minnesota will come the other way.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jake Layman comes in for Wiggins, and Okogie subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Then for the Jazz, Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Bradley. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
Well, this is one of the strong points of Joe Ingles' very well-rounded game, the mid-range, on point.
Got a piece of it. Here's Towns. Gobert with the block.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Now here's Moutier. Defense is right there. Bell with the block.
Well, the high motor, versatile defender, Jordan Bell, twice on the pipes.
Gobert can't hit.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the 3 by Minnesota. Here's Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open, lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Okogie to the middle. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Doris, last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
And here's a look at some numbers for Mitchell.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past 5 games. It comes across in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
First free throw is good. Culver's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And so he hits both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Culver, and he uses the glass on the layup. Culver's got 17.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Moutier with the ball. to Gobert. Over Jang. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. He's got 10. Timberwolves trail by 7. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. 5th best, Jarrett Culver.
Really starting to connect with his teammates. I mean, a really heads-up player.
Take a break.
For a rookie.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. To the paint. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low, Bell, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Listen, we all understand Jordan Bell can get off his feet in a hurry. That is nice.
Moutier looking around. And the pass to Ingles. Clarkson on the wing. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Moutier, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Culver. Lays it up and banks it in. Culver's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the miss by Emmanuel Moutier. And that one misses from Lehman.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Gobert with the block.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2-for-1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 12. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Napier, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And Utah also making a switch. Mitchell's checked in. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Timberwolves trail by 3. For the tie, drops in the tray. Lehman's got 5 now.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Bell against Ingles. Over Bell, and the basket by Ingles. He's got 9.
Over time, Joe Ingles has become so confident in that jumper. He knows he has the green light to shoot.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Utah out in front, up by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Mitchell in at the one. Misses from close range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Culver's shot is off.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Well, it's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Bell with the block. Covington into the lane. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mitchell kicks to Davis. Over Bell. Good D by Bell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Pass to Jang. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bell passes to Covington. Hits it from three-point range. And now a three-point Minnesota lead.
Let's remember, Robert Covington is a guy who has hit over 200 three-point shots in a season. You better guard him from out there.
Gobert. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 3. Passes to Culver. Stolen by Mitchell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Napier's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Covington on the wing. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Utah calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Wiggins is checked in for the Timberwolves. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Can they get it? Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket for Mitchell.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The pass to Napier. Here's Wiggins. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Clock is at 3. Offensive rebound. Culver passes to Jang. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Michael Conley picks one up.
Look, guys, you love that this guy is becoming more and more of an offensive threat. Zhang draws the foul there.
And Zhang drops them both.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And here is Conley. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. That's another rebound.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
This guy's so dangerous on the offensive glass, and you love to see it jam it home and leave no doubt.
It's good. Culver's got 21.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Mitchell dishes to Davis. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Bogdanovich. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Robert Covington picks one up.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
First one falls for him.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Timberwolves leading by 3. Napier passes to Zhang. He kicks it to Wiggins. Right wing, 6 on the shot clock. Napier finds Zhang. Gobert with the block.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Zhang, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Back to Bogdanovich to take the lead, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovic, a very confident basketball player. He knows very well he has the green light to take these shots.
Pass to Napier. The feed to Wiggins. Ready by Bogdanovich. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Timberwolves trail by 4. Now Culver. High arcing shot, and the layup is up and in. Culver's got 23 points.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Now here is Conley. A 3 from Bogdanovich. A second chance effort. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not sure Rudy Gobert left the floor to finish that dunk, but boy, what power.
Here's Napier. And the Timberwolves call time here.
Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem.
And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Towns is checked in.
Wiggins with it. Bounce pass Napier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. And it's Wiggins missing. And for 7-footers like Gobert, it seems, Doris, there's more risk of injury.
Well, everything the Jazz organization has done with Rudy has focused from the core down. They want to make sure their big man has functional strength that eases pressure on the knees and ankles. Both of those areas have been so problematic for guys his size.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And that puts them right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
Napier passes to Towns. The offensive rebound.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now here's Conley. Napier covering. Conley kicks to Gobert. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. The tray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball. Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunity.
Pass to Mitchell. And Covington sends it back. Gobert dishes to Davis. And yes, it's good. And the Jazz lead by 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And here's Napier. And the pass to Covington. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz leading by 6. And it's Conley penetrating. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Now Napier. Over in the corner. Gobert brings the double team. Shot clock at 6. From 15 feet away. Good. Nice play there from Napier. Napier's got 9 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. The 3 from Bogdanovich. Utah gets it back. Here's Davis, and the rejection by Towns. To the wing on the left. A shot by Culver. Nobody around. Rebound, Utah.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Bogdanovich passes to Conley. Back to Bogdanovich. Kicks it to Mitchell. Feeds it to Conley. To the inside. And Covington sends it back. Over with it. Now defended by Mitchell. That one goes in. And now it's just a 4-point Jazz lead.
And how about the young fella, Culver, showing some poise there. This is why his team goes to him in these situations, not afraid of the moment.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jarrett Culver. Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Now here's Napier. Here's Towns. That one good for 2. Towns has got 6 here in this quarter.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Conley outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Napier. No good there. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. They lead by 7. He feeds it to Mitchell. Culver with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot. And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Here's the teardrop. Towns with the defensive effort. Stolen by Mitchell. Gobert against Towns. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They trail by 7. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Outside Bogdanovich. And stolen by Wiggins. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And the problem for Wiggins, a former overall #1 pick, people always seem to want more from him, whether it's warranted or not. Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 27 seconds left in the fourth.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, Greg, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Conley with it. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.